and this woman was a straight up demon. But the worst part about the fact that she was a straight up demon is there are people on the internet defending her. But we gonna get into it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. And then tab into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let's deep dive, y'all.
$25 million. That's the bond set for the woman accused of fatally stabbing her manager at the East Point McDonald's. Good evening, everyone. I'm Taryn Asher.
And I'm Brandon Hudson. The 26-year-old made her first court appearance today, and we learned this isn't the first time investigators say that she stabbed someone. Fox News' Camila Miri has the latest.
26-year-old Afeni Muhammad in court Friday afternoon, charged with first-degree murder. East Point police say Muhammad fatally stabbed her manager, 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, inside the McDonald's where they both worked on 9 Mile Thursday morning.
Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back."
2 days before the stabbing, Muhammad posted a video on her Instagram, which is public. This is a small portion of that video.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny.
Investigators say the suspect stabbed Harris several times inside the drive-through portion of the fast food restaurant. A customer, a CPL holder, was in his car and witnessed the crime. Authorities say he shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the violence. When the suspect ran out of the restaurant, the CPL holder held her at gunpoint until police arrived.
Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle.
Harris, a single mother of 6 and a longtime McDonald's employee, was pronounced deceased at a nearby hospital. Meanwhile, the prosecutor revealing this in court about Muhammad.
The defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved a stabbing, similar obviously to the stabbing that occurred in this case, involving a knife.
That prior stabbing occurred in Virginia. Muhammad's attorney arguing
she was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from, and her prior record.
The judge set Muhammad's bond at $25 million cash surety only. She will be back in court on July 23rd for a probable cause hearing.
So let me stop it there, because we have to have a little bit of a discussion. And the first thing that I want to say in this discussion is this, is that, you know, there's a lot of people on social media defending her, saying, you know, she came in on her off day to make up her hours. Y'all don't know what these people are like in real life. I've hired them. I've dealt with them. I've owned a restaurant before. Now, you know, investing as a angel investor in other businesses and things like that. And I am telling you that these workers sometimes are mental. They ill, they crazy, they drunk, they do stuff. And if you go through this woman's social media and on Instagram, not on TikTok, it's private on TikTok, but on Instagram, this woman is mental. She walking around, she making videos and carrying dead birds. She done stabbed people before and all of this. Anytime I see a girl with a name like Phoenix Rising or Sun Moon Stars or something like that, I automatically start getting a little bit antsy around her, like, oh man, this is different. Because see, I like earthy women, but I don't like the type of earthy women that is always against the system and switching their hair up and changing the colors 8 different times in 1 month and wearing wigs all the time. And this chick was wearing Chucky masks and all of this other type of stuff. And so when I seen her and when I started going through her social media and I started seeing people defending her, that just told me that there's just as many psychopath people out there just like her that didn't have the courage to do it. And her previous stabbing was probably the precursor that continued to give her the courage and the desensitizing in order to do it again. When people commit crimes, heinous crimes, like stabbing somebody to death, and like they not tripping about it, they don't show no remorse, either they've done something before that wasn't as serious that led up to it, or they've desensitized themselves to the point to where they make it okay. Us regular citizens and everyday human beings, We look at this and we say, this is crazy. Why would anybody do this? You know, when we see certain things, we turn away. Ugh. You know, certain movies and certain things that we can't see. Even they used to have that show where Joe Rogan was hosting, like the nastiest, craziest junk, where they used to do all of that stuff. I never watched it. I never watched it. I didn't want to see worms and bugs and spiders crawling all over anybody's head and junk like that. Whatever that is, like Fear Factor. I think it was called Fear Factor. I never watched Fear Factor because it's like, you know, I'm just not like, I like zombie movies, I like horror movies, but I don't like I can't get to the point to where I'm so desensitized. I can't get to that point. And most of the time, these type of people, this is not their first time journeying into the realm of darkness. And these people have a demonic spirit upon them that's chokeholding him. You know what I'm saying? And so now that we able to deep dive, and this is why I like to be a little bit more reserved and not always be the first person to react unless I find the facts, because I can learn a lot more about it. But this woman is crazy.
Now, she's accused of plotting the murder of her manager at a McDonald's in East Point, and now she's being held on a bond set at $25 million.
The 26-year-old East Point woman faced a judge today as the family of the victim, Jennifer Harris, comes to grips with the tragic end to her life. Harris was stabbed to death Thursday morning at the McDonald's at 9 Mile and Schroeder in East Point.
7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Olsenaida was inside the courtroom today when the suspect was formally charged with first-degree premeditated murder, and we learned of her violent past.
New details coming out in court on Friday about the gruesome and what prosecutors say was a calculated way to take the life of a mother of 6 and hardworking employee here at McDonald's. The suspect pleading not guilty to a multitude of charges, including first-degree murder.
See, and look, this is the thing. People are being pushed to extremes. This is a single mother response right here. This is a female response. This, to me, right here, this response is a lack of accountability. No, I'm not a monster. No, I didn't stab somebody before. No, I don't have a history of killing birds and all of this stuff. It's that people are being pushed to extremes. It's the system. It's capitalism. Capitalism has never made me do no demonic behavior like kill somebody and stab them or do some crap like that. What do you mean pushing to extremes? This ain't normal. What are you talking about? Yo, listen, as bad as y'all think that y'all have it because y'all just coddled and weak, I'm going to just be honest with you. When I wake up in the morning and I sit there and I complain about, oh man, I got to pay all of these property taxes, I realize, you know what? I'm so freaking blessed. Like, I am so... Like, we super blessed here. And as bad as you think that you got it, I don't care if you in the hood. I don't care if you was raised in the projects. I promise you, you are 10 times better than the rest of the world. Man, they only paying me $20 an hour. They paying $13 a day over in Mexico. Picking oranges in the sun. No health care coverage, no nothing. Why you think they trying to get over here? As much as they try to make it seem like, oh man, America is really going downhill, man. We on a winning streak like crazy. We got the best everything. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. We are in the best space possible. At the end of the day, 98, 99% of most people's problems are self-inflicted. You chose to get that woman pregnant. She chose to open up her legs to you. You chose to trick off in school. Cause see, a lot of y'all just was acting up in school. And so now you think that everybody is supposed to make you feel good, but your teacher and your parents told you, hey man, you got to do good in school. You got to focus. No, you wanted to skip. You wanted to go steal from the corner store. You wanted to go hang out with your home. See, you forgot that part because we got a what have you done for me now lately mentality. You forgot that you didn't want to do your homework and you wanted to play video games all day. So now when they paying you $7 an hour in order to go and get the fries and put them in the bag, you want to sit here and say it's the system's fault. No, you was a dumbass and you didn't want to do what you were supposed to do. So when the kids that did what they were supposed to do took care of business and they warned you, hey fam, you probably want to focus. Hey, stop clowning around in school so much. You wanted to be the class clown. Keep picking your boogers and eating them every day in order for people to laugh. Oh man, he's so funny. Okay, cool. Cool. You wanted to be the fool. You did the fool. Now you live the fool. They kept telling you, hey, family, go to school. Oh, man, I'm at college for the hoes. Okay, cool. You got it. You got it. You got it. And it's the system's fault. No, you was a dummy in school intentionally. You wanted to be a part of the cool kids club. They caught you because you was the slowest one out of the corner store, still in the bag of hot Cheetos. And now you can't get a job because they keep looking at you and it's a misdemeanor on your record. You was the dummy.
She stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death.
Prosecution laying out the gruesome details of how 39-year-old Jennifer "Jamma" Harris lost her life at her place of work at the East Point McDonald's near 9 Mile and Schroeder Thursday morning. The suspect accused of her murder, 26-year-old East Point resident Afeni Muhammad, appearing in court virtually pleading not guilty. Her attorney arguing that Muhammad has had a difficult past.
She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical.
Detectives say Thursday morning Muhammad was sent home from work early. Before leaving, she told her manager and the victim that she'll be back.
When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
East Point police tell me in their investigation they also considered the suspect's social media posts where she is seen waving around a knife in one Instagram video and discussing being sent home early by Jennifer Harris in previous incidents.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that.
You know what I noticed? And later on at the end of the show, I'm going to show you exactly what happens in a lot of these fast food places. I will tell you definitively, I will tell you with everything in me, that the last thing that a person, a manager, an owner wants to do is send somebody home early. It's the last thing that we want to do, especially at a fast food place, because it is hard to find good help. So usually if you are a person that winds up getting sent home early, you insubordinate, you can't be told what to do, you keep on messing up people's orders, you can't be controlled, like you brought whoever you was into work, and so we took you the lowest common denominator. Okay, so listen, you got the starter job and you still can't get yourself together. Usually you doing something that's wrong, severely wrong. Ain't nobody just sending you home just because they sending you home. Ain't nobody just getting you gone. It's hard to, because you got to run a lot of those jobs by yourself. You got to keep hiring people. You got to keep doing all of this other stuff. Man, don't nobody want to send you home. We want consistency. We want people to keep on coming in, doing what they're supposed to do. We want to make sure that they will work with you. Go to McDonald's. They be trying to make you a store manager immediately. They be trying to make you an assistant manager, store manager, grow you up. Hey, man, you want to go and get on the pathway. I know people that's been working for McDonald's the last 20, 30 years. If you get sent home multiple days in a row, chances are you a real trash employee. A real trash employee. So now, this young lady is sitting in the cell. Look at her mugshot right here. It's the mugshot right here. She's sitting in the cell. Hopefully she got to spend the rest of her life in prison. And she even got videos. Go to her Instagram. She got videos of her sitting in the playscape. I'm not kidding you. She has videos of her sitting in the playscape, crazy, with the Chucky mask on. She inside of her job. in the playscape with the Chucky mask on. What's wrong with y'all? She over there clowning off in the storage room where all of the fries is at and stuff. She's supposed to be going to get papers to wrap up the Big Macs in and wrap up the quarter pounders with cheese, and she in there playing on Instagram and stuff. I said, what is wrong with this? And y'all making excuses? Some people get pushed. Man, get out the playscape. That's for the kids. Get what you doing in the playscape? With your shoes on. And y'all want to make excuses for them. Okay, you hire them then. You give them a job. You give them a job. Couldn't believe some of the stuff I was seeing. But that's the world that we live in, bro. That is the world that, and what's worse is that you have people actually making excuses and justifying it, saying that they say that the mother that was working every single day, she wasn't out here selling drugs. She wasn't selling her body. I may not necessarily agree with the fact that she got a man that was in prison, but she wasn't doing nothing illegally. I can disagree with your life choices, but I don't necessarily disagree with the fact that you working and you taking care of business and you being responsible. She ain't asked nobody for no handouts. She wasn't on welfare. She was taking care of her kids. She was working every day. She was going to work. She was grinding. She was hustling. And she didn't ask nobody for nothing. And she don't have no bad reputation or anything like that. Yeah, she made bad choices in men and all of that stuff, but she was grinding and she had a job. And so you doing it legally, I can't sit there and say that you deserve to die because because an employee disagreed with the fact that what? So somebody can stab you? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. So it's messed up. It is. It is a messed up situation. Again, prayers up for the family, and I hope that the people that are actually trying to justify this nonsense come and figure out their life.